Howdy, welcome back to Dion Talk. Don't let AI destroy your early retirement. Remember, boys and girls, through this entire video, the S in AI stands for smart. I'm doing this video because this morning, in my feed on YouTube University, a video popped up on a kind of smaller channel. They don't have 1,000 viewers yet, 1,000 subscribers, and the video that I'm referencing got 400 or 500 views, so it's been viewed a bunch. It's not gone viral. But it made me think about the dangers of AI when it comes to your retirement. And I don't mean like AI showing up someday and going, "Are you Sarah Connor?" I mean AI showing up and teaching you things that sound like sound logic. But it's flawed because the transition from taking cognitive reasoning and integrating it with content creation. So in this video, the title was, I think, something like 5 things that you need to do in order to retire early. So these were 5 suggestions on things you need to be doing in order to retire early. And if you're not doing these 5 things, you're not going to be able to retire. And so the reason I want to make this video is because 4 of these 5 things are backwards. Like they would make you continue to work. And so I'll just reference them in order. And I want you to understand that and the reason I'm not naming the channel is I don't want to draw any more attention to this video because this video actually gives you advice that would sound logical. And if it gets more views, it'll share it with people who haven't seen me doing or reacting to this video. And I don't want to hurt the channel because it's a new channel and it's in the finance space. And I think we need more of those. But this video was a video that was AI scripted, AI doodled, like the art in the background drawing was the doodle hand. And it was AI voiced over. So everything involved in this video came from a computer program reading content and then making some logic leaps that actually don't work. And then a human put it on their channel. The first thing they talk about, and this is one that'll make it obvious that AI can make some assumptions, and when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption, remember, put that together, that don't align with the totality of the intent of the content they're creating. The video was, in order to retire early, here's the 5 things you need to do. And the first one that this video harped on was the importance, how important it is that not only you contribute to your retirement accounts, but that you do it as early as possible. So this isn't a debate of are retirement accounts good or bad. This is a correlation between retiring early and retirement accounts. Retirement accounts that take your money, put it behind a paywall, a fee to access it, and tie it to an age that is not early. There are 3 people getting wealthy off of your retirement accounts, and it is generally not the person contributing to the retirement accounts. The first person who makes a ton of money off retirement accounts is the government. But they delay taxes, yes, to a point when taxes are more, when you have a higher likelihood of being in a higher tax bracket when you do take the money out, because people are planning on retiring broke. So the government's going to benefit from money in retirement accounts. I'll actually cover that a little bit when I get into this age thing. The second set of people who benefit from your retirement accounts, again, not you, is your employer. Having run a company for over a decade, I know that our retirement account was not there actually to benefit the employees. It was a recruitment and retention plan so that the company would benefit from having that plan because people are tricked into thinking that's a good thing for them. And if you have no way of investing, no way of putting your money to work, yes, a retirement account is great. But this video that I'm talking about was referring to retiring early. The third set of people who make money off your retirement accounts, that again is still not the person contributing to the retirement account, is the people who manage the accounts. The people with lobbyists pressuring for more retirement accounts. Because whether you make money or you lose money with your retirement account, the people managing the accounts make money. The threat of AI to your early retirement is the correlation that the AI can make in a logic leap that a retirement account has the word retirement in it, and that it is very important to retirement, and it doesn't associate the word retiring early with the downsides of putting money behind a paywall that you don't benefit from until a certain age. The second thing, and this is absolutely the clearest way to say the S in AI stands for smart. In the video, the AI voiced, AI scripted, AI doodled content creator put out into the cosmos this thought. One of the best things you can do to guarantee you can retire early is to work more years. Let's follow the logic. You want to work more years. You want to commit more years to working, which if you look at retirement, in order to have a more stable, higher income retirement, the more years you work, yes, you're trading good years for bad, but mathematically, it does make your retirement stronger. But how does adding years of work retire you sooner? This is the threat of AI to your early retirement. And this could be to any content creation on any subject you're trying to learn. Check your sources. Trust but verify. The third one, this third one, this is in a gray area. This is the one that I kind of almost thought, okay, AI can slip this one through. And since this one makes sense, it kind of lends credence to the ones that are counterproductive to you retiring early. But this one was, don't count on an inheritance. Gray area. I don't think people should count on a retirement inheritance, and I don't think people that are working towards financial freedom should focus on creating generational wealth, because if your kids, or in my case, my nephew and niece, are waiting for their parent to pass away, they are not motivated in any way at all, as evident, to create their own wealth, to reach their own financial stability, because they're counting on their parent passing away. And my kids would kill me for a slice of pizza. Never be worth more dead than you are alive. The best thing we can do for our kids is to take care of our personal finances so we don't become a financial burden to them when we're too old to work, not generational wealth. And if you're waiting for generational wealth, what are the odds that your parent is going to be somebody like me, that when they're 70, they marry an 18-year-old and they get everything? So all that stuff you were waiting for doesn't happen to you anyway. That's a solid plan. The fourth thing, again, a logic leap from AI that will destroy your early retirement, because this is not related to early retirement. The fourth thing that this video, AI scripted, AI doodled, and AI voiced over, said, and this is where the video kind of became a commercial, make sure you don't skimp on long-term care. Long-term care being insurance to take care of you if you can't work. Now let's go through the logic of this. The point of early retirement is that so that you don't have to work. You can, but you don't need to work for the money. The idea is your assets pay for your expenses, whether it's stocks, growing a dividend portfolio, or using the 4% rule, or growing a business to where it's large enough to where somebody else runs the day-to-day, or you invest in real estate with cash flowing rentals. The insurance is to protect you if you can't work to provide for your expenses. The goal of early retirement is to make it so you don't have to work to cover your expenses. The threat of AI to your early retirement is that if you don't look at these 5 things in the right context, they sound logical. I'm not saying don't have insurance. If you have family members depending on your income, if you have to, still trapped in the rat race, sell your life 1 hour at a time in order to meet your expenses, sure, long-term care can make sense. But if you have assets that are covering your expenses, and you've used the right math, investing money in a product that won't protect you because you aren't the one earning the income, right? Long-term care doesn't say, we're going to cover the rents that aren't coming in. It says, we're going to cover the wages that you would be making if you could continue to work. The fifth thing, and my favorite one, and the reason why this is a whiteboard, which makes it a pain to take the tapestry down and put it back up, but I wanted to do this on the whiteboard, and this is my favorite one. There is some debate amongst investors on which one of these is right and wrong, but for the average person wanting to retire early, I have a strong argument for the way that I look at it. The fifth thing in this video of AI scripted, AI doodled, and AI voiced over on the 5 things you need to do in order to protect your early retirement that will actually stop you from retiring early was, no kidding, in order to retire early, this is what they said, this is not what I'm saying. Don't take Social Security early. In order to retire early, you want to delay when you take Social Security. That's the point of this video. The flaw in the logic of AI reading a bunch of text and getting an idea of what matters and then putting into a thought process, the dissonance in what it was trying to say and what the reality is. Retiring early, there's 2 things you want to do. First, you want to make Social Security not matter. We should be retiring before 62, or we're not retiring early, we're just retiring. But I want to run through the math on why you hear so many people talking about you should retire and take your Social Security at 67, because if you do it at 67, you're going to get 100%. 100% sounds good. 100% is more than 0. What is often missed when people talk about taking your Social Security at 67 is that you don't get 0 if you take it at 62. You get 70%. So you're going to lose 30%. If you wait 5 years, you're going to get 100% of your entitlement. But if you take it early, you're going to only get 70%. Now, the first thing was we tried to make it to where Social Security doesn't matter. We're not counting on it. It's not part of the equation. Might not be there when some people hit the retirement age. But delaying it means you lose 70% for 5 years. And in order for this 100%, the 30% extra, to make up for that loss, it is going to take you 11.6 years to break even. These 5 years take 11.6 years to break even. When you hit 77, you finally make 1 penny more than if you took it at 62. Now here is where the math gets interesting. 12% of humans are unalived before the age of 62. The average life expectancy now is 76. It was 78, thank you, COVID. Now it's 76. With an average life expectancy of 76, and it taking you till 77.6 years to break even, over half the population is gone. Less than half the population has time left. If you ran the Social Security program, don't you think you would make video after article, after blog, after vlog of why you should wait till 67 to get your Social Security so that they can keep more of the money? They're going to keep 12% before you even hit the retirement age. Over half are going to be gone by the time it's break-even time. The threat of AI is that it puts thoughts together that sound logical in a string of sentences that make it seem, because this video also started with, it quoted the source of retirement accounts impacting retirement. When you quote a source at the beginning of the video, it lends credence to everything you're saying, whether that source is related to everything that followed or not. I hope this video at least makes you think and makes you aware of the threat of AI to your early retirement, because everything that I watched in that video, those 5 reasons, while I was listening, sounded logical. And if I didn't know this subject, if I didn't reach financial freedom in 10 years or less and make work completely optional and retire in 2022, so 2 years ago now, I might not have been able to look at it and go, yeah, if I had money trapped in a retirement account, I'd still be working. If I wanted to work more years to retire early, I'd still be working. If I had depended on an inheritance, I've got a 12-gauge shotgun and a 44 Magnum, in totality of my inheritance here in the room with me. But if I was counting on one, I might not have been motivated to do this myself. If I put the money that I could have invested into the expense of long-term care insurance, I would have had less money to invest. I'm not at Social Security age yet, but I don't think that waiting to break even at 77 because you have early retirement years are your go years. This is when we travel, when we scuba, when we sea-doo, when we jet ski, when we ski, when we ride horses, when we're dumb enough to date. Then you have your go slow years. This is where we travel less. We tend to do a lot more stuff around our own house. And then you have your no-go years. Why would you want to drastically increase your income when you've passed the age of hitting Medicare? And now you can't go and enjoy your retirement, but you get 100%. Doesn't mean it doesn't always make sense. There are times where somebody has a spouse that's 30 or 40 years younger than them that's going to be dependent on their SSI, and they have a high enough retirement, and it can make sense. But the AI was saying, in order for you to retire early, don't take it early. Work more years. Again, I will finish with the S in AI stands for smart. Until my next video, thanks for coming to my Dion Talk.